Hi there. Just wanted to talk a little bit about keeping a fresh state of mind and how we can do that. And that is something I learned years ago, and I've heard a lot about it since when I studied martial arts, Aikido. And that was a beginner's mind. It's like when we enter something seemingly new, and yet we think that we know a lot about it already. It's not the best way to enter. It's not the best perspective to have, is because we only listen with half an ear if we think we already know something. So I love taking a class or learning from someone, and starting off like as a clean slate and really giving it some honest listening, thorough listening, and taking it in, taking what seemed like old information, but taking it in a new way, and really listening with this sense of I don't know, and I'm here to learn something. So I love the idea of beginner's mind. I learned so much too when I would go back to classes. Even when I got more advanced in my studies, I would go back and help teach beginners classes, and I learned, wow, so much I missed that I thought I knew. And I learned so much by being part of those, helping others learn the beginners classes. I learned so much foundation work that I thought I had already gotten. Like I had already checked that one off. I was already ahead of that one. Not so. So I just want to see that that works. I wonder if that works, how much that works in all aspects of life, you know? Instead of thinking we know something, just to try to approach it with more of an openness, more of a, yeah, just more of an openness to, uh, to be willing to learn something. So I find been a brand new way to approach topics that I thought I was pretty familiar with. And anyway, it deepens the pleasure, it deepens the awareness, it deepens the joy that I'm getting from classes and whatever it might be that I'm doing by approaching it with a beginner's mind. And along that line, I was just talking to some friends about, when we drive, we're habitual people. We tend to drive in the same way that we drive the same paths. Generally for most of us, we take the same routes to get to the same places that we go to throughout our day, our week, our month. And I really find it to be so much more fun than just driving to get somewhere and just focus on that person's not going fast enough or how can I get there more quickly. That when I find myself looking at the same thing each time, whatever the route might be, it's like I always look at that. That always grabs my attention. And to deliberately say, wow, what am I missing when I'm not looking over here? I'll look over there. And it brings the world into like a whole sphere instead of a linear thing. And it can just make driving, it brings me into the present moment. And we are so often looking ahead and trying to get somewhere else where we're not. So this is a wonderful little thing to do as you drive, just to look where you haven't seen before. Find things that you haven't noticed before. Even looking at the same thing, pay different attention to some aspect of what you've seen before, or turn your head in another direction and look elsewhere. It's just amazing what you could find, and how that enlivens and enriches a simple thing like a ride to running errands or picking up the kids or whatever you might be doing. So just wanted to pass those little tidbits on and share them with you. So hope you're well. Talk to you later.